Hey guys. I did not expect that much success from the last episode. I want to say this right now. Thank you so much for supporting me in the last episode. Getting possibly 100 views in one day, in the span of 2 days. Getting that many views is absolutely insane. And oh my god, thank you so much for the support on episode 1. I will definitely be continuing this series until I get bored of it. Now, I do feel like I'm going to stop at, hard difficulty. I might not upload another episode. I probably will wait until Zone 9 polls, everything gets confirmed to make another episode. Sure, I might record and complete some towers, but I probably will refrain from uploading, since I do not want to include towers that are getting in-game. Anyway, sorry if I sound bad while recording this. I recorded this while I was sick. However, let's start the video, and I really hope you enjoy me ranking these towers. Tower of Accustomed Undergoings is a tower made by Blazer, Luxie, and Nullified, which is a tower that is pretty mixed in terms of quality in my eyes. This tower is decent, I would say. I do have to complain that the first few floors are bland and uninteresting. However, the second half is much better in terms of quality, with overall gameplay, mechanics, and also music choices. I feel like the first half's music choices just kind of make no sense, and the first half is just kind of bland. And comparing this tower to other mediums that I've played, the first half is not even close to the quality that I've seen. Do I want this tower in game? No. I feel like this tower is good, however, I feel like it's too uninteresting, and I feel like this would be too boring for JToH players. Do I want this as a monthly? No. I do feel like the first half would need a major update before being considered as an addition as a monthly. Sorry, I said a lot of that weird. Here's my rankings. Next tower. Tower of Cakewalk is a tower made by Bad Blob and Popping Kelly 07, which feels like a front page 10 floor tower, but executed well. This tower is pretty neat and is very much replayable due to how speedrunnable it is. I feel like this tower has simple gameplay and a style that might bring down the tower in some others' eyes, but I was definitely engaged despite everything. Now, do I want this in-game? No. This tower has no chance considering the towers being made today. However, do I want this as a monthly? Yes. This tower feels like it would be a great addition in Ring 1 due to how similar it is to Tower of Grass. I would like to see this in game. Here are my rankings, and I'm moving on to the next tower. Tower of Faulty Hotels is a tower made by Dars, We Free, Saturn, and Aeron, which is a tower you could play in another Towers of Stupidity Realm 3. This tower is pretty iffy in my eyes. The tower itself is good, however, I don't really think anything of it. Probably just not my cup of tea. Now, do I want this in game? No. I don't really want the tower in game, however, I still believe it is a good tower. I would
recommend checking it out in JToH and beating it. Do I want this as a monthly? No. I feel like this tower is already in the best spot it possibly can be in another Towers of Stupidity. I would also probably not rebeat this in JToH if it does get a monthly. Oh, anyway, here are my rankings, my rating, and let's move on. Tower of Intensive Labor is a tower made by Elusive, which is a tower you could play in another's Towers of Stupidity in Realm 2. When it comes to this tower, I don't really have much to say. The gameplay is enjoyable, and I didn't have a bad time with it, but at the same time, I didn't really find it all the really special. Now, do I want this in game? No. The tower itself is somewhat generic and uninteresting. It's well, I would just say it's a bit dated for JToH nowadays. Now, do I want this as a monthly? No. I feel like this tower would be a forgettable monthly that people would just play and forget in a few days. I would highly suggest playing it in JToH still. Now, here's my rating, and let's move on to the next one. Tower of Intersected Advancements is a tower made by Dars We Free, which is a tower you could play in another's Towers of Stupidity in Realm 1. Now, to be entirely honest, I feel like this tower was pretty iffy when I played it. It didn't really stand out, and it was kind of annoying to replay sections when I failed them, and I don't like when having the feeling where when you fall in a tower, you're like, oh, I want to quit. But that might just be me. Now, do I want this tower in game? No. I think it's pretty dated compared to JToH modern standards, and it's already in another's Towers of Stupidity, so, yeah. Now, do I want this as a monthly? No. I believe it's too iffy to be a monthly in my eyes, and I don't think, and personally, I would also not rebeat this in JToH. Now, here is my rating, and yeah, let's keep this momentum going. Tower of Peaceful Bliss is a tower made by the Dragon 20, which is a tower you could play in another's Towers of Stupidity in Rank 5. Yeah, I know, a lot of JToH towers. I have to be honest and say that I don't really have much to say about this tower. This tower just kind of exists, and I have no problem with that. I don't really like it, but I don't really dislike it. I'm very neutral when it comes to this tower. So, when you ask me, do I want this in game? I would say no. It's heavily dated, and I doubt it's interesting enough to be added. And when it comes to do I want this as a monthly, as said above, no. This tower is just better off in JToH and not getting in JToH. Now, here's my overall rating, and let's get on to the final tower. Oh my goodness, we are not ending this episode on a banger. However, we still got something. We got Tower of Walking Simulator, which is a tower made by Cool Collab, which is pretty inconsistent in terms of quality. To keep it simple, this tower is not medium. This tower is actually pretty good until you get to the second half of the tower, which it throws really stuff I do not like. Floor 8 is obnoxious, and I utterly, completely despise it. I would have given this tower the highest rating out of all these towers if it was if it kept the quality from the first 5 floors to the later half. Now, do I want this in game? No. I think I've insulted this tower to a bit of a rude degree. I'm over exaggerating. And do I want this as a monthly? As I said, no. Second half needs a major update before it becomes a monthly. And if it is updated, I wouldn't mind it getting added as a monthly. But in its current state, no. Though, this tower could have been so much better. Though, whatever. It's an old tower, and yeah. Anyway, sorry for being a little bit rude in this section. Here's my rating of this tower, and now this episode is finally over. So, thank you for watching yet again. That's all. See you hopefully soon.